that shit do be rough, man. Fresh coming home, man. Especially, I think would be the roughest that you be rushing so much to get home, and then once you get home, you realize
because prison slow and routine. You come out this motherfucker
fast.
Traffic or how you fucked up. Cars goddamn moving fast as a bitch. And just like walking across the street, man. I remember when they dropped me off downtown in Pittsburgh, man. When I went to walk across the street, I just stopped and it was like,
Say drop you off in Pittsburgh.
yeah, at the bus station.
Yo.
What's up, bro? We live, bro. We hot. Yeah, we is. You don't see them, do you? Do you see the hand signals? The hand signal. Do you see the hand signals? They be over that joke out there like the flag man.
Yeah, you say they dropped you off in Pittsburgh.
Mm-hmm. Downtown Pittsburgh. Bus station.
Fresh out the feds, they dropped you off in Pittsburgh.
Mm-hmm. You go to West Virginia, don't got nothing, bro. But that college and that prison.
Usually what they have Baskerville. West
Virginia. Morgantown. That's where WVU. I mean, what is it? West Virginia College.
West Virginia. Yeah.
WVU. Is that what it is?
I know they the Mountaineers.
What you said Morgantown. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I know they the
They don't
Mountaineers.
got. That's all they got though. They got a little. They're trying to look like a western town. You know, they let me out to go to dentists and shit. That's how crazy it is, bro. Like, but they ain't worrying about you escaping because you probably the only black person walking the streets out there in that particular area. Unless you on a college campus, then it's black people. But
so what happened when they dropped you off in Pittsburgh?
I just had to sit there to the bus, the Richmond bus. I mean, it wasn't even the Richmond bus. It was the Baltimore bus. That joint ain't come to 4 p.m. So I was just downtown Pittsburgh from like 8:30 all the way to like 4 or something when the bus came. Then I went to Baltimore for a layover, about an hour. Went to D.C. But D.C. was like from one bus to another. There wasn't no layover. We got off the bus, got on the D.C. bus, and D.C. bus brought us here.
So once you got home, man, I know you said that you kind of was a little depressed, man, when you first came home.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, what made you depressed? Like, what?
That's the thing about being depressed. You don't know what makes you depressed.
I mean, you got
I can try to.
You know what I'm saying? Like, how do you get from there to where you at now? You know what I'm saying?
Support, man. Honestly, man. I'm trying to go back there for you, man. That shit tough. Just not really being familiar with people that you know. Does that make sense?
Say it again.
Not being familiar with people that you know.
They
like
grew since you done.
I done grew. They done grew.
Yeah.
Like people done changed. You know these people, but you're not familiar with them.
Yeah.
So in a sense, you just lonely as fuck. Like I hadn't seen my mama in 10 years.
Yeah.
So everybody's a stranger.
Gotcha.
And nobody, I'm a stranger. What makes it even worse because I done changed so much that the person they want to embrace no longer exists.
How old you was when you went in?
22.
I mean, shit, I think everybody can testify.
Yeah, came home 31.
31, yeah, that was a big change.
Ready to be 32. I came home about 6 months before my birthday.
Yeah, see, that's a big change, though.
Yeah, so just feeling like it was just me by myself. You know what I mean? Yeah. No matter who I was, it was people. My family was helping me, but I just still felt alone, bro. And just
I don't know what they asked you, but what made you started writing?
Reading. Honestly, I was reading.
But you was putting yourself in those books.
No, I was reading like James Patterson and shit. Then one day I had read this book called Dutch. And
Who wrote that?
His name Dutch.
Oh, that's the name. Okay.
His name Dutch and the name of the book was Dutch.
Okay.
There's a movie on Tubi now, I think.
That's the same movie from the book.
Mm-hmm.
Sweet. Hey, I like that movie too.
Oh, so you know, I never watched none of the Tubi joints.
It might not. I think it's on
Got my boy
Amazon.
from House of Pain on there.
Yeah, same movie.
Oh,
That was
sweet.
the first book I read, and that joint was about.
I ain't never read the book, but I seen that movie. And for me to see the movie and not read the book, because I remember watching, my first book that I seen on TV was Never Die Alone by Donna Gowan. You know what I'm saying? So when I seen that, when I read the book first, and then I seen the movie come out, I said, oh yeah, that was right on point. You know what I'm
The
saying?
Dutch book way better than the movie though.
I got to read the Dutch book.
That's what books always be better than movies for me. You know what I'm saying? Because I get to
You don't need no budget
I get
to
use
create
my
words.
mind.
Like you just got words. You don't need an actual budget for props and.
But when you read, you know, it take you somewhere.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And your imagination
Yeah,
will be
you can
totally
be whoever
different
you
than
want. Yeah.
totally different from the other person.
Even
that's
though you
like
tell me what Dutch look like, in my head I got a whole nother look at
Yeah.
how Dutch.
Because in my
That's why
mind,
they
Dutch
got
was a
directors for the movie. They different people.
bro. In
you
my
know what I
mind, Dutch was a big bald nigga with like a beard. Like he just seemed like he was brolic in my mind. Then they had this little dude playing him. I'm like, what the fuck? This
ain't
don't
never
seem
seen
like Dutch to me.
So yeah, you would have made the movie different.
Nah, I think the movie was made the way it was supposed to be made.
You would have cast different people.
Yeah, because I'm gonna go off my imagination,
That's
what
what I'm
I
saying.
saw. Like,
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
And honestly, bro, I used to read books, right, and the author might describe the character a certain way, but for some reason that never stuck with me. I have my own description.
So when you writing, you take that into consideration.
Yeah, and I ain't the only person that was reading that do that. So I think one of the things I learned from that is to not be too descriptive of a character, because most of the time the reader gonna make their own description.
Oh, okay, I got you. So you saying like just don't
As far
describe it
as
too
just
much.
his complexion, his haircut, like that don't matter. Like his character,
Yeah.
that's what stand out to the person reading the book. How he act in situations or how she act in situations. That's what they remember. They don't remember what you said he looked like or she looked like.
Some people.
I mean, I ain't gonna say everybody, of course.
Yeah.
But just from the people that I know that was reading,
That's how
reading groups. I was in reading groups and everything, man. Like that's a going thing. Like people like to create their own version.
So hold on. So that occurred in jail too when you said you can write. Like did that occur? Like did you start thinking that after you read Dutch? Mm-hmm. Like was you still locked up and then that's when you said you can write? You want to write?
Yeah, I was still locked up.
You're still locked up and that's
But
when
I read Dutch in the county jail, so you don't really have no whole lot of supplies in there. I ain't started writing until I got to the feds.
Okay.
To the actual spread where you can buy legal pads and all that.
Yeah.
And that's
So before you came home, how many books you had wrote?
I still got books I ain't released yet. I'm trying to figure out. I wrote so much in there. I know I got about 4 books that's still on legal pads.
Damn, I mean,
And I wrote books since I've been home, but it's still
Okay.
books on legal pads right now that I never touched.
oh, that's dope. That's dope.
So look, what I want to know is like, what inspired you to keep writing though? Like why you don't just like?
Yeah, I was gonna ask too.
Yeah, like why one book won't good enough? Like what make you keep pushing out these books like you do?
Man, I just had so many elements of my life, and each one of them had their own story. So I had to keep writing. I have voices in my head, man. Yeah. They won't shut up. I gotta, you know what I mean? I gotta exercise them demons. I gotta get them out.
So what do you want as a writer? What do you want to accomplish? Like what do you want your readers? Like I mean, you being an author, what do you really want to accomplish being an author?
Man, that's a good question. It's tough, man, but I want to really like create change in our community, like, but it's hard, bro. Especially writing urban fiction because it's so frowned upon. But like, I be trying to put the medicine in the candy. You know what I'm saying? But it's tough, man. A lot of the urban fiction readers they like the gangster shit, the bang bang. Like that's what they like. If you get too deep on them, sometimes like that mystery book I was telling you about, like you try to get too deep. And maybe that just was,
I mean, but you say urban fiction, right? It don't have to stay gangster to be
nah, it's
urban
not.
fiction.
We were talking about that last week. It's not, bro. I can't
you
do
got
that.
a detective book where you tried to switch it up. You know what I'm saying? But
people ain't take to it that way.
Yeah.
The fan base, I think that's a separate fan base you gotta create. And once your name get known for urban fiction, a lot of time people just looking for urban fiction when you drop a book. So if you try to,
that's what they go into that genre. They want something.
That was my
with
fan
the
base.
drugs,
So
with the shooting and the.
Yeah.
So how many books do you want to write?
Man, I don't know. I probably won't.
Hold on, let me ask you this before you say that though. You feel okay with being categorized and just saying?
Nah, I gotta change the game, bro.
Yeah,
I don't feel a hell no.
Cause just saying you urban fiction, like
it's like typecasting and acting.
Damn
like,
right.
You can only do this.
Even look at someone who's a director like Tyler Perry. Like he took his books and plays or whatever, and then made the movies.
Yeah.
And, like all that shit is almost all the same. Like,
I'm working on film right now, but that's a process I'm gonna have to learn. Like that's a whole different ball game. I didn't realize it's still writing, but it's a different ball game. It's a different beast. And like I was telling Pete last week, I'm trying to figure out a way what I want to do as far as writing nonfiction, but I don't want to write no tell-all. I don't want to write no self-help. Okay. I don't want to come off as preacher, but I do want to kind of give my perspective on certain things without. You feel like I'm trying to preach to you.
Yeah. I mean, that'll be part of it still, though. You still got to give a little bit.
A little bit.
Yeah.
And that's probably why I've been kind of procrastinating with it, because I'm trying to figure out, probably just got to just start writing like I tell everybody else. Just got to write the shit and don't worry.
You be putting it down. Like, you said you don't fuck around and you done wrote since you came. How many books you probably done put together since you done came home?
The mystery joint. I wrote about 4 since I've been home. Yeah.
That's some shit.
And then when Nephew come out, that'll be 5. Cause I wrote the joint that on the street.
You did about 5 locked up, about 5 came home.
No, I wrote like 10 locked up. I just didn't
10.
publish them. So it's probably I told you it's like 4 books still on Yellow Legal Pass.
That's crazy. But I mean, and why not though? Why not release them? Is it
because when I came home, I started living different scenarios, and I wanted to write about that. But I can always go back to it.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
You find it hard to keep coming up with material though?
Nah, because
because
I always kind of just write based on what I'm going through, or what somebody close to me going through, or something I'm experiencing. I don't want to.
You don't never like if somebody else give you something, like they come and telling you something, you can't have that don't take your mind somewhere. Men that is it's fiction. If they telling you something about this happened over here.
I done ghost wrote for. I've been a ghost writer. I would never say for who, but yeah, I done ghost wrote.
You can't say. That's dope.
Yeah.
Was it like they was telling you more like their life and you was just expanding on that?
Yeah.
Oh, that's crazy. Yeah. So hold on, how did that book get published? As a biography?
They published it.
I mean, is it like a biography or is it?
It was still published as a fiction book.
Oh, fiction. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. That's all right then.
Yeah, they published it as urban fiction, like a regular urban fiction book, and they probably. I read some of it after they published it. I ain't really get that deep into it because I kind of just moved on. But they switched up a little bit, but
I'm gonna ask you something that I know everybody niggas don't. Is it profitable though?
Man, that's the tough part, bro. But anything that you trying to sell gonna be tough in the beginning.
Yeah.
Drugs weren't profitable when I first started. But the thing about this is you might have to go for years before you really recognize. Like
it's like art.
It's a long journey, and if you ain't passionate about it, you probably gonna put it down and walk away from it. Yeah. I wouldn't put it like this. I wouldn't recommend nobody get into writing for money. Unless you ghostwriting and you just getting a check off the break, you can keep it moving like that. You got to be good, and you ain't gonna be no ghostwriter unless your name carries some type of weight. Okay. So if you just think, I'm gonna write a book and make me some money,
so is it heard that you you write a book. Next thing you know, publishing companies coming at you like they want to throw some money at you. Can you get like a 5-book deal and shit like that? Do you
Possible?
Ever heard of some
but
shit
even
like that?
even with that, I think you got to make a name for yourself.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like you done put a book out and everybody fucking with the book.
Publishing companies probably gonna want you to put multiple books out.
That's what I say. Like,
like, and they got to be selling already. Like, it's like the music game now. Like, rappers ain't just getting deals like that. They gotta make a name for themselves.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Get some hype behind themselves, and then a major might come rock with you. But it's the same thing with books.
So look, I'm trying to write a book. What's the process like? All right, so I know I got the idea. You know what I'm saying? I know I want to put it on. I want to put it on paper. You know what I'm saying? Like, what's the steps that I have to go through in order for get the words that I have on paper to a publisher?
All right, so you're going to write. You got to get it all out your head. You got to write it. Once you get it all out your head, that's basically your first draft.
Okay.
After you got your first draft, it's like putty now. It's clay. You can play with it. Make it whatever you, shape it how you want to shape it.
Yeah.
Once you do that, you're going to go all the way back. This is a 3-step process before you even get to editing. Like, you're going to go back to the top, chapter 1, and you got to read all that over. Because
you read it yourself.
Yeah, the first one was putty. You went through it, made some moves and made things, you know what I mean, make sense, made sure everything was consistent. Then you got to go read over that. You going to still find more stuff.
Proofread it 3-4 times.
Yourself.
Yeah.
Then you send it to what's called a test reader. There's somebody that's harsh. You want to find the harshest critic that you can find.
Hold on. So what I go to find a test reader? Like,
well, if you already in the, I was already in the urban fiction.
Google shit should help, right?
Nah, like you don't. I mean, I ain't say it won't, but
shit,
that ain't who you want. Like, you want your test reader to be somebody like, is he honest with you?
Yeah.
That's who you want to read your book.
Oh,
if that shit trash, he gonna tell you.
Oh, I thought it was somebody that you.
No, this ain't nobody professional. Okay. No.
Okay. I thought that was a job. I thought that was a job. That was a job.
A test reader is basically that. A test reader, and it got it. I'm just telling you from experience to pick somebody who's gonna be straight honest. Cause my test reader was the dude that slept in the cell across from me.
Yeah, gotcha.
And he told me that shit was trash.
Gotcha. So you got your test reader. What's next?
Man, all right. So the test reader gonna let you know what they think. You get your shit back. If it's some corrections, you make those corrections. Now you want to go find a editor. There's 2 editors. There's a line editor who's basically looking for consistency in the story. If chapter 1 he drove a blue Benz, you don't want chapter 7 the Benz red.
Gotcha.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
So where I find the editor?
That's where you're gonna have to like. This is professional, so this is like you gonna be looking for. If you know somebody that write, maybe they can recommend somebody.
Okay, so
I wouldn't recommend Google because you're gonna find somebody that's gonna charge you out the ass.
So what if I know somebody that's real good at grammar and editing papers anyway? Would that be a good person?
Yeah, why not?
Okay, all right.
Why not? As long as but everything comes back to honesty, bro.
What you mean?
Is they gonna be honest with you, like
with the editing?
Yeah. They could be real good, but that don't mean they got good intentions.
All right, true.
You know what I'm saying? So long as they good, like, if they really good, because, like, even a good editor can miss stuff.
Editor from?
She was recommended by fellow writers. Like I told you earlier, I was in writers groups and shit. I came home and just started joining writers groups on Facebook.
Gotcha.
I'm in all of them. I'm popping shit. Yeah, I'm about to be one of the best writers y'all ever read.
How many editors you went through before you found it? Yeah, how many editors did you
I've been dealing with the same editor since I started writing.
For real? The same one?
Same one.
Found one and
yeah.
That's sweet. That's what's
same
up.
proofreader.
Yeah,
well, I did have 2 different proofreaders, so. But one of them, I don't know if she had a child or something, but she kind of got out the game. I think she started working or something happened, and then I had to go with the homie from Virginia Beach. So, yeah, but that's the next step after the editor finish.
All right, cool.
Proofreader.
You get that proofreader.
So I got the thought. I put it on the paper. Mm-hmm. I go back and read it.
Mm-hmm. Then read it again.
Then you go back and
read it again.
Then read it again.
read it again.
There you go.
You know what I'm saying?
And somebody you trust gonna read it.
Yeah. Then I give it to my
your people.
Your people.
Test,
That's
what
gonna
is
be
called?
honest with you.
Test reader. Yeah, I put on, give it to the test reader.
Yeah.
Then I send it to the editor.
Send it to the editor.
Okay, what's next?
When the editor finish,
You go to proofread.
you like I said, it's two editors. It's the line editor to make sure consistency there. Then it's the editor that's looking for strictly punctuation.
Okay. So you said, what's a line editor?
They looking for consistency.
So hold on.
And storyline. Does this story even interest you? Can you finish this book? Like, they not really looking for commas and periods.
So I know, but that motherfucker, that's the next person after them. But you said that the editor that's looking for
punctuation is after the person. Yeah, you got to know if this book even good before we worry about punctuation.
Okay, gotcha. But I just need to know, if you get there, do they send it back? They say fuck all that. Like, no, don't keep. Mean? Or your book is no good. If that editor right there,
the line editor looking for content, they can just make suggestions. I wouldn't necessarily say they gonna send it back and be like, it ain't no good, throw it away.
Oh, okay.
Like, man, look, you messed up right here. You said this right here, then you said that right there, and how this don't make no sense. Like, they gonna fix it, help you fix it. A good one is.
Yeah.
Now, if it's so bad that they can't help you, then I guess they gotta be honest about that too. But most of the time, most line editors gonna help you through the process because they charge for that. It's not free. Like, you getting paid.
Yeah.
So they gonna make sure you know what I mean, keep sending it back. Like, look, you need to fix this, fix that. Okay, they might make suggestions. I would say this. I would make this happen.
Now we talking about pricing. All right, so boom. So we ain't start costing. Like, it didn't start adding up until I get to this editing part, right? Mm-hmm. So that's when the money come in.
Well, book cover. If you serious about that,
we still at the editing part. So when am I doing the book cover?
That's
later though. That should be later,
not
right?
really, because you kind of want. It depends on how you want to do it. Because if you want this book to be, people know you got a book coming out. That's the first thing you showing is the cover.
Yeah.
Before anything happened, I buy my cover.
But how you get to that before the editor done did all this?
Cause I know, goddamn, I need something to show people.
Okay. Oh, I done wrote a book, so you wanna present that.
So I done bought my covers a year in advance. God damn. You know what I'm saying?
So you knew this was about to be.
All right,
just to have something to show.
You got the two editors. You already got your book cover already. Your book cover was here already. Like, you already envision your book cover.
Right.
I guess that come with the title, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that's another thing. That's another thing. Do you think, like, should I sit right here and stress what the title should be before I start writing?
You know why? And that's the thing about that kind of go against the book cover situation, because all right, so it have been times, and I had so many different experiences. It have been times where the book, I had this title, and then I got to writing. By the time I finished the book,
at the beginning of the
I already came up with a title before I started writing. Now I'm writing this book and I'm getting into it. And something happened in the book, and I be like, damn, that's the fucking title right there. And I done had to go back and change it. You know what I'm saying?
Why? Because it happened in the book.
It made more sense. The character, like, say Real Recognize Real, the character in my book, this Real Recognize Real was called, it was called Game Over one time.
I get that from Amazon, right?
Yeah, it was called Game Over one time. Then it was called, I can't think of the name of the other. But anyway,
it had multiple names before.
Right, and then in the book, I think dude was like Real Recognized, said the shit, and then the dude name was Real. His name was Real.
So it just kind of went good.
Yeah, so I was like, man, nah, bro, I gotta change this. This the title right here.
Yeah.
But so that happens sometimes. So
all right, cool. We got that. We got the editing. We got the cover.
Mm-hmm.
But we had the cover already.
We are proofreader.
Proofreader.
And proofreader is just making sure you paying the proofreader to make sure the editors did their job.
Okay, so that's 3 people I got to pay. Okay, so
paying the proofreader to make sure.
So it ain't no firm I can call that do all of this.
Man, it's always somebody you can call.
Okay, yeah. See, that's what I'm saying. No, I mean like a firm that got all the people in place for me to do that.
Yeah, they gonna charge you top dollar though. I kind of kept mine within our community.
Okay.
Of because believe it or not, urban fiction has an industry. So it's like rap. It got an industry.
Yeah, I gotta say,
it got an industry. So like I kept mine within the industry. Okay, like certain writers will recommend this person. I had readers recommend me people. Like, yo, I read books they edited. They good.
Damn. So the readers know the damn people too. Like so, this circle is just like
this shit is it's crazy, bro. Like it was. I wouldn't say it is so much now, but when I first started writing,
are you still hitting those joints though? Those groups and stuff though, since
they don't really exist like they used to, man. Like
all the little.
It ain't the same, man. It ain't the same. After proofreader, you got you call it a typeset and formatter, and that's the person who basically gonna make sure your book interior. It's like an interior graphic designer. Basically, he or she gonna make sure your book lined up, the words lined up correct. They gonna make sure the spacing is right, the page count is correct. And they gonna make sure, what else they do? Someone might put like little graphics in the book. Not nothing major, but like, you know what do y'all know what a scene break is? You ever read a book and the chapter didn't change, but it was like 3 dots.
Yeah.
Then
yeah.
That's a scene break.
Okay.
Some people use 3 dots. Some people in urban fiction, they like to get fancy. You might see $3 signs. You might see 3 cars. Like little stuff like that, but the graphic. I mean, the typesetter do all that.
Typesetter.
Typesetter
that
format.
Like the shit we was doing in school with the class. What's that shit? Keyboarding. Same shit. Lining all that shit up.
Yeah, learning how to make sure the words the right size.
Yeah, that's the same shit.
Just creating a standard look. After that, the typesetter gonna tell you your page count. You're gonna go back to your graphic designer, tell him the page count. So now he got to make the spine of your book.
Page count. So I mean, with me freshly writing, would I want to put out a book with a lot of pages first, or would I want to put out something kind of
thin?
Yeah,
I wouldn't recommend thin.
Paper book. Tell me what's the difference between a paper book and a hard copy.
Yeah.
Shit, I never wrote a hard copy, so it's really not my place to speak on it because I really don't have.
Okay, no knowledge of it.
No,
I thought hard copies was more fiction.
What?
Yeah,
I don't know. I really don't know, man.
You know what I'm saying? I thought.
I can honestly just say
you just put that in the whole everything that's hard copy.
If it's hard,
if I just told a lie and I want to put that bitch in a hard copy,
I believe it.
So you thought hard copy was nonfiction?
Yeah, nonfiction. There you
nonfiction. Yeah, that's what
Nah, you got fiction books that's hard copy. That's hardback.
So basically, what's the difference? I mean,
one got a hard back and one don't.
That's what it is.
It's really, I think
that's it, bro.
I think the hardback books gonna cost more. They gonna be more
they go
collectible.
They last a little.
They last longer, so you know people might have them for years.
But that's about it. I don't even see too many hardback.
Yeah,
books
it's the quality. Honestly, it's probably the Maserati of books. Like it's like you know.
Let me ask you too. Let me ask you this. So when you write, sometimes you find yourself writing about something that you already wrote about before. Like so many stories you coming back into. I be seeing rappers, they be rapping and shit, and I be like, nigga, I heard you use that bar like 10 times. Nigga.
Yeah, I don't. And that's another reason that kind of made me start falling back from urban fiction because I ain't really living that life no more. So it's kind of hard for me to relate.
Same thing with rappers.
Yeah.
I guess once you get older,
I gotta start doing something different because like I ain't in the streets no more. Like my last touch reader, man, she was like,
well, that's why I say
she was like, you got these niggas talking like it's the 90s, bro. I'm like, oh shit.
That's what I'm saying, but that's why you gotta think like it gotta be other shit. It gotta be other
or
shit that's urban fiction that you can.
Yeah, you gonna have to actually be out there joint on the block and record, really focus on what's going on now.
You got friends.
That's what I mean.
Those lives and all of them ain't the same age. Like it's just different shit. You can tell a story. You know what I'm saying? So I know you can look at one of them and be like, oh shit, like.
Yeah, you right. It's possible. It still got to be interesting, man. It can't just be like, oh, I'm gonna write about my little cuz.
But you gonna do it though. this is what you do.
My family kind of conservative. Honestly, my family pretty conservative. It ain't a lot going on. Like
next door neighbor.
Yeah, it got to be somebody close enough for me to research.
Gotcha.
You know what I'm saying?
See, that's
where we at, bro? Where we at?
Said you was asking about the page count. Page count goes to marketing because the more pages, the more you got to charge because the more you're going to pay for print.
God, makes sense.
But I wouldn't recommend no pamphlet. Like the average book and then you got to think about readers. Like they going to spend their money with you. They don't want no 100-page book. They don't want no 200. Like you try to keep that joint around 260.
Oh, that shit work for him because he can't watch a movie longer than 15 minutes. I swear, like nigga, I'm trying to tell you.
Yeah, try to keep it right around between 275, 300.
Yeah,
because you start writing a book like Real Recognized Real was part 1 and 2 was one book. So when I sent it,
split that joint up.
Yeah, I had to. It was 600 pages. I had to split it up.
All right, so you got word count. What's next? What's next at that?
Once you get the word count, you like I said, you go back to the person who did your cover because now they got to create the spine and the back.
Damn, is that important?
Yeah.
Why not, nigga?
You can't.
You
can't have a that's just the design of it. Like he's not actually creating it. He's creating a design. Like your spine gonna have your name going on the side.
How much stitching you want to put in this book?
That's the printer. We ain't get there yet.
Okay.
It's the dude that did
the back, brother.
I know, but I done seen some paper books that won't together right, and I'm looking at it now like
that came from
that was passed around. You talking about shit that was in the jail? That
could have came from you telling the like so when the dude to do the formatting, he got to give you the correct page count and the correct book size. For when you go to print, they got to make sure these numbers are accurate because if they not, the spine not gonna fit around the pages. You'll have pages busting out. I had to send mine back to the printer before.
I done seen a couple books like that.
Yeah,
they just put it out there though.
Nah, I had sent mine. I sent the whole box back, and he ain't even asked for them back. He was like, "Give them away. I'm gonna send you another one." We had to get the size right. And
I wasn't that.
He just sent me the. After you got your spine done and the back of your book with the synopsis on it, all the graphics you want on the back, that's gonna be a file. The interior is gonna be a file, which come from the person that did the typesetting, the interior design. Okay. So that's 2 files. You're gonna go to what's the name of that website? Because you got to get a barcode. And I'm sick. I can't remember the name of the website right now.
You have to get a barcode.
Yeah.
In order for the sale.
I mean, not necessarily, but you won't.
I was gonna say, why not?
Count.
You gotta have the barcode.
I mean, you can do what you want to do. I'm just telling you the right way to do it is to get a barcode so it can be scanned. That way, if somebody from Walmart or Target be like, man, I want.
Bro, out the trunk still.
Yeah,
he's straight out the
trunk. I mean, and I was too. My first 2 books didn't have no barcode on it because I didn't know what that was.
He like, look, he gonna get to
I'm just starting my book for the first time.
Yeah, I didn't even know what that was.
I'm just trying to sling these books real quick, man.
And I get it, bro, because I was out the trunk. Bro. I was out the trunk. I ain't nothing about no barcode. Walmart won't calling me. I ain't caring about that. I'm on the block with the books.
Gotcha.
So what made you say I got to get this barcode?
Because I just started just being in, like I said, being in the industry, learning shit. It's broker.com.
Broker.com.
Mm-hmm. That's where you go get your barcode and your it's like a serial number.
Okay.
For your book. So every time your book gets scanned, and then the readers could scan it too.
So is it like an app? So how do we keep data of this? So once I get barcode.com.
Well, that's only for like that's for sales. Like, so if your book ever made the store could scan your book.
Okay.
It's for like retail.
But how do I keep track of that?
That's a good question. Because my book never went to a store, so I never was in a position where I had to keep track of it.
That's just the day and time. You think That's what it is. So much on the internet now, you don't even need to.
And I'm pretty sure there's a way you can keep track of your sales, like with the Intuit, you know what I mean, shit like that. The apps that we use to keep track. But I'm talking about far as the scanning, like that's for like major retailers. Gotcha. So
I got my barcode. Yeah. I got my cover. I got my.
You got all your files now, because the barcode is a file too. And all these files go to the printer. Okay. And the printer gonna put everything together for you. They're gonna take them 3 files and turn it into how many copies of your book you ordered. Gotcha. You got different printers. I always had my own printer, man, because my man Godfather, that's his name, Crip from Cali. He had read like some a little, like I gave him a little sample to read. I think it was like 10 pages or something. And he just used to be like, "You got it, young blood, you got it. Got it, I'm telling you." And ever since then, he just used to give me all the game. You need to do this, go do that.
So he basically was giving you game to say go independent.
Yeah, he wanted me to go independent. That was his thing.
Yeah.
That was his thing, independent. And he was locked up he home now, but he was locked up at the time. But it was crazy. I see you'd be surprised how many moves people can make from prison, bro. Like he was busting moves. Like real moves, bro.
Independent and deal.
Publish.
All right, so what you ever been published?
Nah, I am the publisher.
You are the publisher. Yeah. So how would that deal be worked out? Like if a publisher was to come to you and say, "Look,
it's contract, like whatever the terms of the contract."
Said, like, I was talking about the five book deal publishing.
Yeah, it's just terms of the contract. I was offered contracts, but they was like,
shit you want to do. The numbers just
nothing I couldn't do myself. He was like, for what? And then like I'm gonna tell y'all again too, man. Once you become established as a writer, and because I don't felt on times where I went to people like, "Yo, I need you to publish this book for me. I can't do it right now."
Yeah.
Because they know I know the game, they wouldn't do it.
I mean, it's just
because most publishers want somebody, and I don't want dog publishers, man, because there's probably some good ones out there, but a lot of publishers want green first-time writers that they can get that standard contract to.
What's a standard contract?
What's a standard contract?
Trash, bro. I don't even remember the numbers. It's not good though.
What's the estimate?
I don't remember off the top of my head.
It's almost that shit like pocket money.
It was like
shoebox money, or in the damn bank money.
I think
Which
it
one
was
we
like
doing?
28. I don't know. I don't want to be wrong.
What,
20-80%?
Oh, 20-80%.
I think it was something like that. Like, and I could. And then I know I got friends as publishers, so that's why I'm being kind of like hesitant because I don't really remember.
Advance, we
ain't talking about no advances, bro.
Ain't no advance money. It's just strictly on book sales.
I don't know how their contracts went, bro, because I never was in. Like I had a contract that I didn't like 2 times, and I was like, I can do.
So what's a
myself.
good contract?
Shit,
what you think
money?
a good contract? Yeah,
I know that, but I'm saying
because what I think a good contract might not.
Look, so what I'm saying is I'm just now putting this book out. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? I really want to get my name out there,
and that's what you should do. Don't worry about no contract. Get your name out there.
Don't worry about the big publishers.
Nah, because they're not interested in you.
So don't shoot mans to
Hold on. You heard what he said too. Hold on. Do you feel like you putting this book out because you love to write, or you putting it out for the money? Which one you doing it for?
Yeah, he did say it from the beginning. Yeah, so you know what I'm saying? So you ain't doing. I'm doing it for the money.
So you need to stay independent.
So the motherfucker that's doing it independent, that want to do it for the money, he should stay independent. Why is that?
Because he got control over it. He can always make money off it.
What if that book like that though?
And what if the publishing company is real
They come
big?
to you and they want to buy this motherfucker?
If the publishing company is real big, then they're probably not interested in you.
Okay, hold on, bro.
I'm just hold on,
bro. I'm saying, look, you say if I got this motherfucking barcode on my shit, and let's just say my book been selling only in my area, my neck of the woods, right? And now the publishing company done heard about my shit.
Who been selling it?
It could be at stores or anything.
Who was you? How did any of that happen? You did it, right?
Yeah, I put them in all these little stores, these little corner stores or whatever. And now people buying my books. Now I got these books being sold. A publishing company come and holler at me and say,
And that's legit.
You would do that, right? Or would you continue to stay independent?
Nah, you. It's up to the contract. If it makes sense, then yeah, I'm gonna do it.
Okay.
What I'm saying is, in his instance, like he just fresh put out this book, so he didn't sell no whole bunch of copies. So any major publishing company.
No, what I'm saying is, if I'm putting it with a publishing company that already have a name already.
So he's just saying, you already done stopped.
They not gonna publish.
I'm Triple Crown. Say Triple Crown, for instance. You know what I'm saying?
You're going to get a standard contract that's probably, I don't know. I wouldn't take it.
A standard contract, meaning like they going to look at it like this your first book?
But Triple Crown was looking out, man. Triple Crown was a different era than what's going on now. Like, and
well,
it's not Triple Crown was, I think Triple Crown was giving out advances, if I ain't mistaken. Like, I was locked up for the Triple Crown era, but
do you feel like books is just a dime?
Nah, I think books are intellectual property like any other thing somebody own.
Are you biased? You biased at that?
Might be.
I'm just wondering.
Might be.
People want to know shit like that.
I wouldn't not.
Like real shit.
But I feel like
I like a book. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but
I know so many people that don't read.
But it's a target. Any product you put out, you gotta find a target audience though.
I don't know a lot of them, but it's a few.
Any product you put out, you got to find your target audience. Even this podcast, we got to find our own target audience.
Hell yeah.
Like, so, and the first book you put out, your target audience might not come around. The second book, they might not come around. The third book, but these books still exist.
Yeah.
So,
then they can go back
you
and
might
get that
do
shit.
something else that made you pop. And now you got these books. So it's easier for your target audience to find you because you
already doing this other shit.
If I ever become famous for something else,
they can
my
go
books
back and get
gonna
back
sell
your books.
through the roof.
Yeah,
but you know that's
one second. This is sponsored by True Fades, Haircuts and Beards, 2010 East Main Street. Come get you some. Anybody can get it. Open 7 days a week, even open on Sundays. Come get you some. 2010 East Main Street, True Fades.
Man, you got to be the only barbershop open on Sundays.
I mean, that was the deal. That was the deal. You know what I mean? to keep them coming every day.
You got to be the only barbershop.
Hey, you got to open when they close.
Yeah, that used to be a thing.
Damn right.
I remember that was a thing back in the day, man. Sunday you gotta go to school. Let me
tell you the reason why it's closed, why barbershops are closed on Sundays and Mondays, because you're supposed to have two days off, work days. Mm-hmm. Technically, we're open on Saturdays. Mondays is a professional day off. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So all professionals are usually off on Mondays. So technically it's supposed to be off Sunday, Monday.
Everybody don't work though. So that's the good part.
Yeah.
They can rotate.
Yeah.
There's enough motherfuckers coming in here.
So everybody just in their head, they like, man, we had a busy Saturday. I'm going to take Sunday, Monday off, come back Tuesday.
Yeah, especially them busy
in
Friday.
I can imagine I'm like,
Friday and Saturday.
Everybody taking off Sunday, Monday.
Let me get
this
that
would be
money.
a good time for me to stab some clientele.
Right.
Shit,
once again,
if you had
you still stuck in that.
What happened when you have a brutal Friday and Saturday though? Because that's the day everybody come get a haircut.
Yeah, that's when you got to think you're gonna have some dead times.
Come on, bro. These new barbers, he's booked up. He's already booked. You got to make your appointment. Ain't no way he already done cut it off. He done cut it off.
I said that last week. Make sure you make
cut
that
it off
at
10, bro. 12, 15 for the day.
Haircuts?
Yeah.
Yeah, I like 15. 15. After 15, man, it start getting a little woozy, man. The phase, everything get blurred. You know what I'm saying?
Who the fuck cuts hair 6 o'clock in the morning?
This nigga.
Look, I'm gonna tell you why I did that though, right? Because I used to do 8. I was coming home one morning, man, leaving the little after hour spot. You know what I'm saying? Riding down Broad Street about 5:30,
Look
6
right
o'clock.
up in the damn barbershop.
Man, look right over there at Harvest.
Yeah.
Seeing old school in there cutting about 5:30, 6 o'clock. I said, hell no, man. You got old school, man. I gotta get it, man. I don't know who old school was, man, but yeah, hey, salute you, man. But you got me in here at 6 o'clock in the morning, bro.
Goddamn right.
You know what I'm saying? I don't care what I'm doing,
on their
man.
way to work, they need that cut, bro.
Hey, I ain't gonna lie, man. I had some rough nights, man.
Yeah, that's vicious.
Rough nights, early mornings, man. But
that's
I'm still crawling in here at 6 o'clock.
6 in the morning.
Yeah, once you just get the niggas that's on the way to the club, get them too.
Man, real. Hey, if I could, I would, man. If I could, I would, man. Wish it was two of
let
me.
them crawl down that rabbit hole, man.
Man.
But nah, Shawn, you know, when you dropped your first book, Did you just soon as you dropped it, did you realize like I gotta drop another one right away?
Mm-hmm. Because like I told you, it was one book, but I had to split into two.
Okay, yeah.
So technically, both of them
was already ready to go.
Both of them was edited, published, and I had covers.
Oh,
that's not no. I had to buy a couple.
All eyes on me on the first jump.
Yeah, I had to buy a couple for part 2. Yeah, that's right. But the same dude that did part 1 did part 2. So yeah, once I told him like, yo, this book too big, I gotta do it.
Where you getting it? I don't mean to step into your person, but where you getting this money to put all these books? Like you getting the money, the profits from the first book?
Working a job. What you mean?
I ain't know if the books was helping you make more books.
Not yet.
So you got a job while you pushing these books. Yeah. Okay. All right.
Working down the hospital. I'm selling them books. I'm working down the hospital.
Still selling them.
Yeah, I'm selling them books.
Man. That's what I do, man. The hustle can't stop.
Nah, man. That shit was beautiful.
And you said we can find your books where again?
Amazon.
So just
you can hit my inbox on Facebook.
Instagram. And you can pull up with a book.
At Shawn Starling, everything.
And you can pull up with a book.
Yeah.
Yourself. You front door. Can I order it?
You know he gonna
if you want to.
Stop it. We done
still gonna have to wait for me.
We done see Shawn. This ain't Trump full of books. Let's keep it real.
The thing about
I stopped putting the books.
The thing about him is he jumps so fast, right? He'll give me some of the books like, bro, put this in the barbershop, man. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Keep him right here, and then 3 days later, like, bro, I need to come get them books out the barbershop. I'm like, bro, I ain't even get a chance.
Be a hustler. He can do all that.
Yeah, man. Like just grinding.
I got the people running. Come on, Smokey. I got people running the street.
You did books though, but you got what you got on right there though?
Ascension X, man.
Say it again.
Ascension X. That was
say it one more time. Slow it down, bro.
Ascension. That's not a big word, man.
It's not, but I know everybody don't. What's ascension mean?
It's the process of elevation.
Okay. Man.
It's basically like a plane taking off.
Got you. So what is that? Is that somebody else's brand?
It's my brand.
It's yours?
Yeah.
Okay. Right.
He's a funny dude. Hey, look, cut that shit up.
It's yours?
Yeah,
it's yours.
We just say, should I pull up with the clothes?
We'll put that nigga in the
movie. He don't pull up.
So you do the movie.
So you do the clothing line too, right?
Man, it's on pause right now. It's on pause for a second.
Okay, but if somebody wanted that nice sweatshirt you had there.
Yeah.
Oh, he get it to you.
I get it to him. I ain't gonna say it's on pause. I just ain't really been marketing. I've been more focused on writing lately.
Yeah, so how do we do that, bro? How do we So yeah, how you balance it, bro? Like
I had to do one thing or the other, bro. Like I had to fall back from the clothes for a minute and focus on writing. Like, and that's just me. Like I see people that multitask stuff all the time, but when I'm writing, I get so deep into what I'm doing, man. I'm all the way in, and I'm writing a movie script, bro. Like, so I'm learning and writing at the same time. So
do you recommend that people stay focused?
I recommend people do what's best for them.
Gotcha.
I'm just telling you what I'm good at, what I ain't good at. But if you can multitask both, I see people doing it all the time. Yeah. It's just me. And then like I couldn't do the clothes like I wanted to. You know what I mean? Like I wanted to be able to do different stuff that I just wanted in position to do. So goddamn, I just was like, I'm gonna fall back for a minute and just focus on this and bring it back.
Gotcha.
Saying.
I feel you on the clothes though, bro.
Yeah, and clothes is a different beast, man.
It's just, I tell a nigga all the time, what you got hoodies, sweatsuits and shit like that. That ain't no fucking clothing line. You selling hoodies and sweatshirts, bro. Say that. Do you know what I mean? That shit ain't a clothing line.
You gotta start somewhere, but you right.
Man, what do you look at as a clothing line?
A clothing line, I want you to have everything. I need to come out to be able to buy some jeans. I need to be able to buy a coat. I need to buy a T-shirt. I need to buy some underwear. I need to be able that's a line. You got everything. I come there to get a full outfit, and I'm not just your shirt and your fucking damn joggers. You know what I'm saying?
That's where most clothing lines gonna start with because that's the most.
Ralph Lauren started with ties. I get
Ralph Lauren is
that's what I was gonna say.
Man, listen,
Ralph Lauren ain't us.
I got this shit on, but you know that.
Yeah, I mean, you know, I'm talking about like in our community, man. That's what's accessible. You know, first like the sweatsuits, it's like you can get blank sweatsuits.
I mean, what? No,
that's kind of what I was going at, right? I want to know if. When you came out your clothing line, you came out the sweatsuits, you came out with everything, right?
Mm-hmm. Hold on, everything or sweatsuit.
Bro, I was about to bring out some jeans and everything, bro.
That's what I'm talking about. Now you got a line. You ain't got no fucking clothing line if you got sweatshirts and.
But it's clothing lines out here that got everything, man. Hats,
no,
jeans.
That's what I'm saying. That's just a shirt line. that's
a clothing line. Yeah, I get it.
Yeah, like come on, man. That ain't no fucking clothing line.
And that was me. I couldn't like. It was
too much.
It was everything. A lot, bro. And I was like, man, I'm gonna fall back until I can do this shit the right way. But it was taken away from me writing, bro. Like it was distracting. Man, when I had the clothing line, I was making bread off it, but I won't write nothing. And that is how all these thoughts in my head, they coming, they going, coming and going. I ain't writing shit. And I'm like, man, I'm just letting my whole passion just
did you ever
go away?
As far as writing, did you ever like try to record yourself? You know, you just talk
like
the
Spock,
book.
Star Trek.
You would talk the book through. You know, and then
bro, I bought the whole little Dragon joint and never used it. I don't even know where it's at. Dragon is like a software you can hook up to your laptop. You can talk in it and it type.
Why the fuck wouldn't you use that?
Bro, wow. I felt weird talking like out loud, bro.
You're doing it now.
Wow.
I'm just telling you what I felt, bro, at the time.
So if I tell you right now to tell me the story, you couldn't do it?
No, I probably wouldn't.
You wouldn't do it or you couldn't do it?
I wouldn't.
Okay, you wouldn't. That's different. You know what I'm saying? That's totally different from, you know what I'm saying?
I remember my man was like, won't you come down to the club, man? You can read your book. What? I'm not doing that.
Do they have that? Do they have shit like that?
I think that, what's that, the African jank thing? Is it this way? Yeah, it's this way. Ethiopian jank.
What is it? Is it a bookstore?
No, it's a little club, little lounge. Adidas, yeah, Adidas or some shit.
Adidas.
Yeah.
It's like
he had like I guess you could call it a talent type of night. Cause it was mainly people in there rapping. But he was like, yeah, you can maybe read a couple pages of your book. Like he was just trying to help me promote.
Tuesday verses. Okay, and would that just be music or? Oh, that's dope. That's dope.
So and they asked me to come read. I was like, nah, that ain't my thing.
Somebody could read your book. You need fucking James Earl Jones to fucking come in there narrated Morgan Freeman. They gonna tell that motherfucker right. I'm trying to tell you.
Yeah, man. And I've been having to figure out creative ways, man, to promote myself because I'm such an introvert. So, just trying to figure out, like, how do you really show people who you are without, because I ain't no mingler, man. Like, I don't really be in the crowd. Like, you know what I'm saying? I walk alone.
I mean, there's a lot of us, but you don't think that's holding you back?
It probably is.
Because I'm the same way, you know.
I'm pretty sure it is.
Really be with all the people.
But in the same breath, I think what's for me is for me. And I don't want to force myself into something that's not me. Yeah. I gotta be genuine all the time, bro. But like I said, bro, like that's the difference between writing for money and being passionate about writing.
And you know, bro want to do it for
he want the bag, and he'll probably get the bag because he's in the crowd.
Especially when it comes to the writing part. You know what I'm saying? Like, man, I put this book out, man, I expect it. Like, sling this.
Man, that junk will be 5 pages long. I swear to you.
A good fact. A good fact.
You can straight get that bitch right.
A good fact, man.
No. But you got a good setup. Like, if you did have books, like, you got so many people in and out.
Yeah.
You already in your own little crowd, and it's your space.
He can get the stories from all the damn people that come in. That what you saying?
No, I'm saying I'm talking about for selling. I'm already in your comfort zone. His comfort zone has people coming in and out.
I had to get them headphones set like you did. I'm gonna have to sit in my room, talk this story out.
You ain't right. That's what. He need that. He need that. What is it? The drag.
Perfect.
That's what you call it, right? The dragon.
It's called a dragon.
The dragon.
I don't know where mine at, bro.
Yeah, let me use that. Let me borrow that.
I don't know where it's at. Honestly, it might be in my.
I need to get one too.
Maybe it's in the outhouse or at. Man, I think I was still at my mama's house when I had that thing. I don't know where that joint is.
So I got a new one.
So I heard you say, so you want to do the movie.
I like the type, bro.
You want to do the movie. Mm-hmm. So you find it easier writing for each character, like when you writing the script for the movie, or like when you writing the book and you just going and narrating it.
This is hold on. I'm trying.
When you writing a book, you telling all the stories, but you're not getting so deep in the depth with this one character.
Nah, I do
much. Oh, okay. So,
like the process for writing a book and writing a movie, it's different formats, but the process for me is the same.
Okay.
I believe in one chapter at a time, but only the difference with movies, I believe in one scene at a time. I don't care if all I wrote was one scene that day. If I gave that one scene my all, I'm okay with that. Like,
I got one more question, right? So look, when I'm writing a book, how do I structure my book? You know what I'm saying? So when I first started off, I wanna kind of
an outline.
Yeah, like yeah. So what I've always thought is, like, when you first started, you want to kind of introduce the characters. You know what I'm saying? Like when you first start the first body of work, you want to make it introduce your characters. Then when you get to the second body of work, you want to kind of create a scenario or.
Are you asking me or are you telling me
asking,
what you want?
Yeah, I'm asking. Is that correct? You know what I'm saying? Like,
bro, it's art, bro. Ain't no real.
So all right.
Ain't no
Because I don't want to be reading a book and then find out who the hell is Tom? You know what I'm saying? Like Tom just pop up and you know what I'm saying?
He might. And ain't nothing wrong with that if he do.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. It's art, bro. Like you don't really gotta think too hard about it. Like, just be creative.
I'm just saying that, bro. Can't nobody just throw those scribble together like
what you think we doing?
You meet new people.
That's why I told you got that first.
Pop that,
you got that first draft, bro. That's what you. That's basically what you doing. You putting scrap together. Your first draft is scrap.
I still send it to an editor, and it still
that's their job
to make sense. You know what I'm saying? So I have to have some type of structure when I'm writing.
Yeah, that's an outline. So your outline gonna say chapter 1. This. Chapter 2, bop. Chapter 3.
Yeah.
That's your outline.
Gotcha.
And as you get further and further into your outline, you'll be able to plant what I like to call Easter eggs. I get that from Marvel. Like, that's surprises. Yeah. So since I know in chapter...
So you don't
since I know this going to happen in chapter 7, I'm going to go back to chapter 1 and set up something to make chapter 7
look. You do have structure and plan, but that's just yours.
But that remember I told you your first draft is like putty, like clay.
Yeah, gotcha.
And then you get the second draft, you get to mold it.
Yeah.
That's what you doing. But we did skip the outline. Like, but everybody don't even use the outline. I do. And my outline be real simple.
I remember in school, when we was kids, that's how they told us to write a book. You know what I'm saying? All that shit.
And my outline be real simple. I just try to give each chapter a main idea or a focal point, even if the focal point is the character. Like in chapter 4, I want to focus on this character and bring them to life, because in chapter 6 I need to fix them now, because when I get to chapter 6. The reader need to understand why this happened.
Gotcha.
A lot of times that don't happen first, though. A lot of times I get to chapter 6 and realize, like, damn, I need to go back to chapter 4 and plant this seed. So when it happened in chapter 6, it's like, boom. You know what I'm saying?
Gotcha.
Yeah, man.
You gonna wrap us up, man?
Yeah, man. Look, but like, all right, before we wrap up, bro, I want to put this out there because I read it earlier today, and I want y'all opinion. And it's just a city question. This ain't got nothing to do with books or barbershop, nothing. Do Richmond only support popular people? I want y'all opinion on that. Do you have to be popular in the city to get support?
As far as like
whatever you got, like I seen a dude put that on there. I disagree, but I want to hear what y'all got to say. Pretty popular, but the people who agreed, I'm like, are you putting in work and trying to push what you got going on, or are you worrying about what everybody else doing? That's just a question. I ain't trying to offend nobody,
I don't think that though. I think everybody.
But let me ask you this though: if you got a product and you winning and everybody supporting you, are you really paying attention to what else going on too?
Hold on, if I got a product and I'm winning,
yeah.
What you mean?
Do you care who's
supporting?
Who being supported other than outside of what you got going on? Do you feel any type of way about anything? Like, do you feel like
I'm not gonna feel no
if you winning, you probably not gonna make the statement that Richmond only support popular people.
Yeah, you're right. Oh yeah, that's what you're saying. Yeah. Hell no, I don't think you're gonna say that if you fucking win it. So apparently the motherfucker who made the statement is losing. But
or you could be winning,
or they want more. Let me say that.
Yeah,
they may want more,
and it's just a question.
They may have worded it wrong. You know what I'm saying? Like they
Richmond supporting.
He worded it exactly like
more people than
it was worded right.
Like that sounded like
it was worded right. But I just was wondering, like
I think in a lot of cities that's the same thing. People just support outsiders more than they support their own. So it ain't a Richmond thing,
bro. I can't lie, bro. I went to Detroit, bro.
Every city got some type of.
Some shit be like that. But a whole lot of cities. Let me say a whole lot of cities is like that.
I ain't gonna lie. I went to Detroit, bro, and in Atlanta, bro, and the support I got was like, but I can't say Richmond ain't support me, man. Richmond.
I should say like
and I don't think I'm popular at all.
Majority of my friends don't come get haircuts from me. So.
Yeah,
I mean, I can't really say, and I don't care that Richmond knows. Most of my clients are not even from here. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So it's like when you talk about the support, like it hit me a little different because it's like, damn, if I even really want the support. So
I got a lot of support.
You get it. You get the support.
I always got support, man. From the. I don't know if it could have been better or like I don't know. I feel like it was. At least to the point where I couldn't say Richmond don't support me because
I got nothing but love for that. I ain't one of these.
You know what I'm saying?
Richmond treated me well.